Hey, Don here. Back again. We are going to go back to work on the Dell 1525 laptop. I had to take a break, and I went ahead and rebooted my routers. I was having so much trouble with my remote desktop not responding. It worked for about 3 to 5 minutes, and then act up again. Oops, wrong switch. Want desktop. Okay, now let's go ahead and hook back up over there. It's just like it was. What happened there? Did I type it wrong? There, yeah, I must have typed it wrong. Okay, so what I was doing is I was going to download the TeamViewer tar-gz that you can run in portable mode, and right click on it. And what I had done is I had clicked on that one there, and let's see, do I need that open? No, I don't need that open. All right, and so it opened it up a little window. Since I have this virus total scanner installed, it opened up another little window that said, do you want to download it? What do you want to do? Download it or scan it with virus total first and all that. Now, sometimes it's kind of weird. Sometimes it will scan it and leave the window up, and you will then have the option to click the download button. But sometimes it goes completely away. See, it's gone. So what you can do is highlight. It's going to act slow again. See, I just rebooted all my routers and it didn't help one bit with my refresh rate and all that. I guess I should. I think I already looked in there about. Well, you can usually in most VNC servers, unless you can't change it in this one. I don't even. Oh, there we go. Of course, I don't. While I'm connected to it, I'll probably mess things up. Oh yeah, there's really not any. This one doesn't have all those settings. KRFB doesn't have the settings like to change the resolution and all that, so I can't even do that. Maybe I should have chose a different server. I'm using Vino. It used to work really good. Maybe I should have tried a different. Maybe that's what it is. So maybe I should be using like Tiger VNC or something. I didn't think it worked very well. Is what I thought. Anyway, highlight this, right click on it, and then open link, and it'll go ahead and bring back that dialog. And this time I don't want to open it with the archive manager. I already scanned it with virus total. That's what I had just done. So this time I'm going to say save the file. And that won't. Now that was fast enough. See, I got a good connection. I got 60 megabits down and 4 up. Some decent enough connection. Let's see. Let me get back to my main machine. Okay, I left. It's not playing, but I need to close that browser window because stream health is good and everything. Nobody's trying to talk to me this time. Okay. I think I will try. Put that up there so that if someone comes by, they won't think I'm being rude. Like a while ago, last stream, just a while ago, was an old friend, and I missed him. So unless they go back and watch my video, which I doubt they will, they won't know that I said hi back to them. Because most people, if they take off, they're not going to sit there forever. So let's see, we're back onto this. Let's see, everything good. Everything looks good. Yeah. Okay, I'm on the desktop. I have to keep with all those different options that I can switch to with OBS Studio. I got to make sure I'm not in the wrong place. All right, so I've got the targz downloaded. Now this one you don't install. I mean, you could install from it, but that's, you know, like you'd probably have to like do a make, run the make config and all this. I can't remember how to say it right. So anyway, you don't want to install it. You want to just extract it. I went to my home by clicking that on Crusader, clicking that little squiggly line. It takes me to home directory, and probably it's different. It depends on how the files are packed. Sometimes they will make a folder. Sometimes they'll just unpack all those files to the other side over there. Depends on how this file was made, this targz. So it's really best to kind of make you a folder to put it in. Team viewer. There we go. That'll be good. I mean, it'll run just as well either way. Now I'm going to right click, and there we go. It's not refreshing again. That's why I'm trying to install TeamViewer, because I think it'll work better. Now I'm going to say somewhere, I'm going to say unpack. Oh, I think in this particular function you have to go to File, Unpack. Yeah, Unpack, and that will, it'll automatically unpack it over there. Now, in the meantime, I want to go back to that. Let's see if I can look in my history and find it or something. I wanted to find there's a command in there. I guess I'll just go here in my, let's go back. Is it done? Yeah, it's done. You see it made a little folder. So you really didn't have to make the extra folder, but it won't really hurt. Now, TV setup. I think that might be what I want to run. Let me go look and see. Let's gonna hit the equal sign there, and that'll make them both the same. And now this one, I want to go over to my backup drive that I still have plugged in. Go to downloads, VNC, TeamViewer 12. Now I have the actual pages with the instructions saved. How to install. Yeah, without installation. That's the one I want. And it has a little command. Since this system didn't want to let you install it, it wasn't going to, you couldn't. It says in all these instructions that it should run on a 64-bit system, but it's not working. Okay, so this is the other platforms instructions. Let's see. No, that's not what I want. There it is. Run TeamViewer without installation. I downloaded the targz. You don't have to be root. After you download the package, extract it. That's what I just did, yeah. Okay, TV setup, check libs. That's what I want to run. Because I don't want to actually install it. I don't think, well, it might work, but I doubt it. I don't think it's going to work because I think it's a 32-bit. I don't think this is going to be 64-bit either. But I'm going to get in that folder, and then in Crusader, make sure you're in the folder. Click on the side that you're going to work in. Go to Tools and Start Terminal here. That's unusual. Try that again. Says it can't. I was trying to start a terminal in that directory. You're going to need to be there. It's because what you're going to do is run. I don't know why I can't do it. Okay, I guess I can do, you shouldn't need to be root, but I'm going to say start Crusader root mode and see if I can do it. I think maybe that's going to be what it is. We'll find out. I haven't ever even opened up Crusader root mode on this system yet. It's going to go through the basic getting started setup stuff. I like to have set. I always want to set this stuff, so I'm going to go ahead and do it. And then I want to save those as I change. That's one of the things I clicked on was save settings on exit. And then the panel, let's see, I don't change a lot in here. Some things I might go back and change later. This is the main thing. I want the equal, I don't want that up button, and I want the home button. That's what the squiggly line is, home button. Equal both panels, and then that's all I do in there. Where am I at? Right here. And the other stuff I don't bother with. Colors I don't bother with. And see, it says make sure you save your settings, and that way you don't forget. And then advanced auto mount file systems, I like that. That's very good. You can hit apply and then it won't ask you that. And it's already, you could install things that would handle, you know, other see, those are gray because they're not available. You'd have to that's already all that'll work, but if you want to use RARs or anything, then you're gonna have to install another add-on. Usually I think you can find it in the repos. If you can't, it'd be kind of hard to install. And I don't hardly ever use them. So that's the way I'm going to leave it for right now. Close. Okay, now it'll open her up. And we're still in that same folder, so let's go to, actually I like to put that up here in my bar, but I'm not going to do that right now. Start terminal here. What is going on with you? Let's try, okay, well, let's go back into the regular one. It wasn't anything to do with the root privileges. Well, let's close it. Wasn't that. Let's go back into this folder and see. Start terminal here. I don't understand. This doesn't happen very often. I do believe I've seen it, but see if we can do it here. It may be because of the permissions on that folder. Let's go look at them. Team viewer, right click, properties. Now here's something that's way easier to do with either Crusader or the other file manager if you prefer to use the Windows style file manager, Windows Explorer style. But right click on the folder or the file that you're wanting to change permissions on, and then it'll open up that, do this again. Right click, properties, and then go to permissions. Can view, okay, owner, can view and modify, a group can view content, owner. Okay, so it's, I'm going to say group because sometimes other usernames on the computer, like system usernames, might need to do that, and then say apply changes to the subfolders. Could be that some of these files didn't get usable permissions. You know, I don't know if that, sometimes that works. Sometimes you have to go and do like that whole folder because it didn't go all the way through all the folders like it should have. It didn't do anything there. Running into more hiccups here. It didn't. It did work though. See, that folder's like I want it to be. Okay. I don't know why I can't start terminal here. As a matter of fact, I don't know why I can't start a terminal at all, it seems. Let's go into documents or downloads and try to start a terminal. See if there's got something that's, nope, can't start one in there. So it's not a permission. See, if my downloads folder, I should have had permissions to do whatever I want. I don't know what's going on here. Work dir %d. I don't know what that means, tell you the truth. Alright, so I'm going to just go to downloads, and I don't want to keep on running too many. So you can't just go TV check libs. That's that file that we saw in that folder. Go back in there again and show you. TV, but I want to do check libs. What I could do though, instead of, let's don't fight this any longer. I was going to go get in the other file manager and see if I could do it from there, but let's just see if this will run. TeamViewer, that should be the one I believe that will run it. Now don't just do run, do open with, let's see. Oh, let's do it this way. Oh, I can't open a terminal here. Well, we'll have to try run then. You don't want to open with, you just want to run it. Let's see if it'll run. Okay, now it made a desktop folder, but it's not on the desktop, but that's fine. Now let's see, made a desktop shortcut's what it did. All right, let's try, Let's try double clicking on it. See if it'll run it. That opened up LibreOffice. That's just going to be a little desktop file. Okay. TV bin script team viewer. Okay, that was really strange. There's some strange things happening here in Debian. Let's click on TV and see. Okay, what do we got here? TV viewer setup. No check. How to use TV viewer. What happens if we make it bigger? It just looks funny. Alright. It's not TV, it's team viewer. Okay. That says TV over here though. You can just extract, yeah. Run the team viewer without installation. This will leave similar to portable or quick support on Windows. This should work. All necessary libraries are there, and that's what that command I was trying to run is going to check and see if they're there. TV check libs. Run this command to identify missing libraries. You can look up from matching packages and install them manually. You could go do that like in Synaptic or whatever. Or if you knew how to, if you're a command line wizard, then you could do apt-get install, you know. Actually, that might be easy enough to do. TV setup install. Interactive installation. I don't even want to try to install it because I already know it wasn't going to install. I don't think it's even going to run, but I want to try it and see. Permanent installation with all features. Start menu entries. Uninstall forced. TV setup uninstall forced. Yeah, well, if you're got one that didn't want to uninstall, like you installed it from a dev file and didn't want to uninstall, you could might be able to force it to uninstall. Okay, so that runs, but it didn't. Double clicking on just Team Viewer don't make it run. When I said run, it made that desktop file, but that didn't do me any good. Let's look at the properties on the desktop file. Permissions, general, file type options. See, it's not anything to associate it with because the application is not installed. So I don't know if that's going to be any good anyway. Okay. What we need to do is get into that folder in a terminal window. First, let's try. I'm going to go ahead and close this just to have the machine not. Oh, well, I got the command in my. I've got that command in my copy and paste. I can't say the right thing. What do you call that? Anyway, what I want to do is I'll just use that link there. Okay, now I want to go to that folder. Now, let's see if you can. Well, you can't open the terminal here. It doesn't look like in this app. This one is. That's why one of the reasons CJ. It's a Jeep. I say that too much, don't I? Anyway, let's see if it will actually cooperate from here. Open. Let's just try double clicking it. Nope. There's that desktop file I was talking about. You can actually see it better. Now we already ran that, but this one doesn't have the plug-in to let you say right-click and open terminal here, and that makes it a pain. I don't know if I have Thunar in here. I could install it, but well, we're going around in circles with this thing. That's the thing about when you have a system, brand new system, that you don't have all your favorite apps installed. Or, well, in this case, I have my main file manager. Yeah, Thunar would let you do that. I think you can put an add-on in Caja. But here's the other thing you can do. It's harder for me, but we'll try that. Okay, so I'm going to open up a terminal window. And I'll move it over so I can see that side. I'm already having trouble with my deal. Okay, now we got to go. It's just like DOS. CD This is / instead of / like in Windows. Wait a minute. What's the name of that folder? See, I can't see it because it didn't refresh right. That's why I got there like that. Oh, it's down at the bottom here. Yeah, Team Viewer. You gotta have the right. What did I do? Team VIEWER. I'm in home and home. I'm in Dawn. Okay, let's try it again. Maybe if I there, you got to put your / on the end of it. I forgot. Now then. Do it again into the little Team Viewer. What's that? Never seen anything like that. Oh, it's not refreshing right. Okay, so I'm going to close this remote desktop session and open up new ones if it'll help. Yeah, it's not much of a. This is a how-to. Have a headache. Looks like. I don't like to call my videos how-tos. Let's just call them discovery. Discovery videos. Error, problem-solving videos. That's mostly what they are. All right. So now, / you are going to work, aren't you? Whoops. Okay. / and then you can right-click and don't let it jump out of your hand and paste. The clipboard, that's what I was trying to say. Paste it out of your clipboard. I already had that in there, but we got an error. Let's make this big enough to read it all. Okay, in order, Team Viewer, TV setup, check lib. This is checking to see if you got everything you need. Okay, in order to use TG version of TeamViewer, you must make sure that you have the necessary libraries are installed. Note, most needed libraries are 32-bit libraries, even if you are on a 64-bit system. Oh, writing raw output, home.TeamViewer. Your system probably does not support 32-bit binaries yet. If you are on a 64-bit Intel AMD, you might need to install 32-bit by installing basic 32-bit package. For example, apt-get install libc multi-arch legacy Red Hat SUSE. We don't probably need legacy, but we probably need, actually I think we can just do that right there. So I'm going to copy it. I'm not even, what are you doing? Whenever I somehow, if you let go in the somehow it's jumping to open terminal and letting go, and I'm not doing that on purpose. Okay, so that's actually the way that darn terminal window was doing that black line. It's doing that to me. I thought there was something to do with the refresh rate. Okay, it may not be the terminal that I like to work in. Which one is this? This is mate terminal. No, I don't think that's what I normally use. What do I use up here? Oh, it's mate terminal. I think it's just acting funny on this system. Okay, paste, apt-get install. Now, you could go and search in Synaptic, especially if you get hung up in the command line. But since they gave me a direct command that looks like it'd probably do it, and I'm just going to do that. Now then, could not open lock file object package lock. Okay, permission denied. Oh, because you know what? Let's do it in Synaptic because you can really get yourself into trouble this way. I've got that in my blank again. So let's my clipboard. I got that in my clipboard. I'm going to search here in Synaptic because this way, it's really kind of a much safer way to search for even. Okay, I don't need apt-get. All I need is the lib. Let's see, libi386, and that may show one package or it may show a bunch of them. The one good thing about doing it the other way, what I needed to do is do su and type in the root password. I'm going to look in here in Synaptic first. Okay, nothing came up. So let's see. Let's go ahead and do su So you want I don't do sudo, do su, and then you have full root privileges. Okay, paste. There we go. Okay. What did we get? Did it work? Has no installation candidate. Okay, that's what I was kind of afraid of. So what we're going to do then is, since I've got apps running in here from trying that command, I'm going to close this so that it won't fight with Synaptic. Open Synaptic back up. I don't know. You know what? I think that Debian 8 does not support any i386 packages. I think I saw that on their website. I might have to go look in a minute to confirm it, but we'll just I'm just going to paste it in there again, and I'll delete everything but i386. Maybe we won't get anything. We'll see. Oh, we got plenty. Installation guide. i386. This package contains installation guide for Intel architecture in a variety of languages. Okay. And sometimes it's not actually typed right for the version that you have in here. Now there's lib6. What did I have? I'm going to open up a search. lib6c. Okay, the dot. That's not in. It's a dash. That's why it didn't show up. Okay, so I think we're going to mark that. Let's look through here. That's really kind of odd. I wasn't expecting that. Dev, you don't need the development files. I don't want to install more than we actually need. Let's kind of look through. I think that's all it's going to really be there that we may need. And that should netboot i386. Let's try it. That could be what I need to do in my Fedora 25 system that I couldn't get all this to work on. I had really kind of forgot that was a possibility. You know, I hadn't run in. Well, I didn't run into that in Fedora 23. Changes applied. Well, it was a tiny package. So yeah. Okay, now since we're trying to install a package, you don't want a Synaptic running. You got to close it. Or well, actually, we could try running it. Let's see. Let's try running this version first. Won't open me a terminal there. And I closed that other terminal window I had open. We'll have to open up another one. Okay. Now we want TV setup. What did I do wrong? I didn't do anything wrong. Oh, yeah. CD T. Oh, you actually can do the whole thing. If you can type it right, you okay. I got it. Okay. Okay, we may be okay now. I don't see any errors. Yeah, I don't see any errors, so we might be all right. Now then, I'm going to hit // what does it say? Error while loading. That's one good thing about starting things up in the command line. It's missing the shared library libgcc cannot open shared object file. All right, now I'm gonna just leave that as it is. Let's see. I'm gonna go back to downloads. Did I still have? No, I don't have deleted it. Okay, so the one I downloaded today, this one here. I think I'll copy. Wait, what's the one that I got? Oh, that's the older version of 64, that didn't work. That's the one. I'm going to copy it over here because sometimes it's they squawk when you try to install them from an external drive. So I'm going to say open with app-er installer. I left the terminal window open because I wasn't running apt-get in there, aptitude in there. Let's see what happens. Still the same problem. Okay, uninstallable, close. Okay, now what was our little... This is one good thing about it. It only says this one library, so let's go see if we can get it again. Okay, right click, take it easy, copy. Okay, we're still not running. Uh-oh. Now our the whole reason we're doing this is biting us in the butt again. Okay, I'm going to open up Synaptic, and then but before I continue, I'm going to get over here and double check on my live feed. I haven't checked on it since I got back on here. Okay, let's see. Doesn't look like anybody's been by. Of course, since I made that note, they may not say anything, so I wouldn't really know if they've been by. But except it says 0 watching, so of course I think that's live. So, but we're all good. Live stream health is good and everything. All right. Okay, I wasn't sure if that worked. I didn't want to give it too many clicks, though. Okay, so I'm going to search for. What I'm doing is doing Control V to paste those in there. That's how I normally do things. libccs. Okay, now that was the whole package name. So let's try libccs. No. Let's just try libgc. Okay, now sometimes, see, it's not written out the way they give you in the terminal output and all that. I have a lot of libgcs. What's the difference? Libgc underscore s. Okay. Oh, lib32 might be what I need then. There's one that's a little newer. I'm going to mark it for right now. It's a lot. Boy, I could be putting a lot of junk on here. Let's look a little harder before we do that. libgc1, Okay, the only one that's anything like it to me is that one. And I think I would see there's a 4.8 and a 4.9. And that is for 32-bit stuff. So I'm going to say yes. And it's going to put a bunch in there. It's not just one little package. But let's try it. Definitely this is easier than trying to hack it out in the command line. Sometimes it's actually easier in the command line. It depends on what you're doing. Like figuring this out, it took the combination of both for me. But then if you start typing in those commands and then you get error after error after error, see, because the command, when you're in the command line like that, you command that it would look for that one package and try to install it, but it wouldn't have looked for all those other dependencies. So I always try to use the GUI if I possibly can. I didn't wait long enough, but okay, I'm still in my TeamViewer folder, so I can say TeamViewer. Okay, is it going to work? It might be fixing to start up. I think I'm already having trouble with my... You know what? It may be because I'm already running the remote desktop. It definitely it didn't error out. Where's the last time okay, TeamViewer right there. I don't know, think that's the right one. Failed initialize. Then there it is again. TeamViewer, yes. Cannot find free type font. That might not be fatal though. Failed to load a lib. That looks like problems. I might be able to run the installer now though, you think? I don't know. It's getting to be a bunch of junk. All kinds of little errors. They still tried to launch it, but it says network process, no daemon, home DOM, TeamViewer error while loading shared libraries. Oh, lib dbus 1 so 3. Okay, so we're still having already started. Huh. But I think we still need a another file. See if we can go back in Synaptic. See if we can find any more libs for that. Of course, that's not going to find anything, but I'll try it anyway. If nothing else, it just lets me see. I want to go get rid of all. I know the .so is not going to be part of that. Okay. Okay, lib1 dbus. Well, there's one in there. That must be the regular one for the 64-bit. I'm going to try this one. It's the only one left. Package config. It's a brand, if it's a brand new system, so if I break it, I'll just reformat it again. If it starts acting funny, I make it buggy from too many conflicting packages, then now this time I think I can leave that open because I'm just going to try to run TeamViewer again. Okay. Now what? Okay, checking SSE support, no value set, using the vault, checking, launching TeamViewer, starting network process, no daemon, home down TeamViewer. Shared libraries are still missing LD bus ones. Is that another one? LibBus. I think that's the same one. That's the same one. But it also says network process already started. Now that could be because I've ran TeamViewer and my other like Vino and these other apps together at the same time on my Windows system without any problem, but do it all the time. But this could be a conflict between, I believe it's that one right there, which is installed. Let's just go ahead and do another search. Yeah, see, that's the same. Okay, let's get rid of the -1 just to see what might show up. There are more libbus. The libbus 3 is what we're looking for. Mix up about where to click. Yeah, libbus 3. Okay, there. Now then, libbus 3. I don't think we need any of those other ones. Let's try look for i386 again, just to make sure. If there's any that other tantalizing looking i386 apps in there. What's that one? Development. Okay. I don't see any more of that. Definitely don't want more of that sort of stuff that you don't need. QEMU, oh, that's for running virtual machines. I was thinking of, it was a VNC app for a minute there. Okay, so I think what I want to do then, let's see, leave that open, but I'm going to close my remote desktop and just see if it will run. We'll have to do it with the camera now. Now let's see if I type it up here. Oops. Okay, I think I got it. It says launching TeamViewer GUI, no errors. It went back to the command prompt, but I don't see it yet. But it is kind of a slow app to launch, so let's just hang on for a minute here and see. Yeah, so I think that biggest part of that error was the fact that I was running a remote, the Vino VNC remote desktop. They were fighting with each other for the network socket, I think, for that port probably. Not what it said, but that's what I'm kind of thinking. But it's not doing anything. But I guess I could always try that install again. I don't think I need. Let's see. Well, I could just go ahead and try it without being connected to it just to make sure it doesn't give any errors. But this is long enough to know that I don't think it's going to load. Let's see. It certainly didn't give me any error. I know you can't read that, but I can barely read it from over here. I'm looking at the laptop screen. Oh, wait. Oh. Network process already started error. It does say that again. Can't even find out where I last typed the command. Let me go ahead and see if I can connect back up to it, so we can all read it. I can't even read it. All right. Yeah. Let's see. I couldn't even tell if I was at the bottom of the output or not. Where is it? There it is. TeamViewer. Okay. On it. Check CPU. Yes. No value set using default. Started by user. Checking setup. TeamViewer. Starting network process. No daemon. Well, I have a network process. It's running. I guess that's what it's trying to start a network process, but why? Error. Loading shared libraries. It says it can't load that again. And that's there. I installed it. Oh. And then network process already started. Error. Okay. So it's just erroring out again. So okay, so let's see what happens if we try to run the deb file again just one more time. I do not believe it will do anything but error out. Okay. Okay, so I don't see it. I don't see it running at all. Is that my expansion drive? Yeah, I don't. I'm just going to do a copy, and it's going to say, they're already there. Oh, one of them wasn't already there. Okay, well, good. I think the Tarek Z wasn't already there yet. Okay, so I'm gonna delete those off of here. Well, not yet. Those are the only. Well, the deb file that don't run, there's no point in leaving it on there. The one that I actually was trying to run from, I'll leave it. Get back in that folder. I'm going to click on run just to see what it does. That's the little desktop file. That really should be the thing that would start it up. And if you could put it on your desktop, it should start it up, but it doesn't. Okay, I can't get it to work then. I don't remember. We'll try running it one more time. Let's try that other file, see what happens. TV TeamViewer. No such file or directory. Okay, did I do it wrong? Okay. And it just tries, but it can't do it. Okay, so I just don't see any way to make it work. I'm gonna leave it as it is for right now. Who knows, I might figure something out later. But that's always aggravating. Okay, so I'm gonna have to limp along with the remote desktop that I have. I might try a different server, but since I don't want to break it to try to fix it. You know, like try and I'll just type in VNC and see, but I believe Tiger VNC is, I know that's another option. That's the one that, I think the viewer that may have came default with the system. But there's several others that you could try. But I always had good luck with VNC. Vinegary, that's a client. Tight VNC, that's the one I used to like. Yeah, I think it's the one I liked. Can't remember if it was fast enough though. And I don't know if KRFB would tell it to start up. It seems like maybe it didn't on Fedora. It should be. Maybe that's the only one. There's no Tiger VNC server in there. But I can install that one, but I'm not going to. I'm just going to limp along here. And when it acts up, I'll just close it and open it back up. Okay, so what I want here, let's see. I don't want that. Let's just close that for now. And I don't think there's anything else I want out of here. There is the other, what other remote? Okay, a Tiger VNC. What do I have in that? That is just Windows installs. Well, there's a TarGZ, which would run on Linux. But, oh, that's Tiger VNC, yeah. Which you could probably, oh, there is a 64-bit. That's from 16, but you might be able to run that. What's that? Oh, okay. Oh, so there's a web, downloads. Let's look at the downloads page. Yeah, Tiger VNC, if there's a 64-bit version, I might be able to. Oh, okay, this is their website. Yeah, it's not working yet. It's not fully loaded yet. Okay. Yeah, I might be able to. Run that, or you may have to install it. I don't remember at all that it would run. README. Let's see. based on it's based on real VNC. Oh, I thought it was based on tight VNC. Trying to see if you could just run it from that file. That's probably not the place. Excuse me. The place to tell you that anyway. But I don't want to try that now. See, it's working. It'll work really well, and then it won't work. It's really strange. Okay, so let's get out of that folder. And I'll leave it. Leave it right now. Let's just leave it there. Well, actually, let's get out of the desktop, the backup, so I don't forget and delete a file or something. Okay, now here's what I'm interested in now. Oh, you're going to act up on me. Maybe I'm going to have to do something here. Okay, we'll disconnect and reconnect. Remember this credential. Well, I kind of hate to do that. Maybe I should. I just now realized what I typed in. That was wrong. Too many passwords. Okay. The thing, okay, I want to go back to what I'm actually really interested in with this machine, and that is Firefox. This is a special version of Firefox that they built that I guess probably lighter weight. They do that a lot, especially with Debian. I mean, it just says Firefox, but if you look over here in the internet, it says Firefox ESR and iSweasel Firefox ESR. It really opens up the same thing. But when you go to Tools, I've already imported all my add-ons by, logging into my account, my Firefox account. Imported all them. And if you get down here to the bottom, there's a few that I just need to take out that I don't even use anymore. It hangs on to some that I don't even have on any of my other machines. But the one that I can't live without, AdBlock Plus. It says it's disabled and let's see, incompatible with Firefox 45. So I want to be, and this, I like this better privacy too, and it's incompatible. And then there's some of these others. I always thought I'll deal with that later, but some of those I disabled them. I don't think I want. Some of those I don't even want. I don't know why they haven't been taken out of my syncing. I've just uninstalled them from every machine that I had, I thought. But it's supposed to be automatic. You can't manually do it or anything. So, but I can't live without my bad block. I mean, you can't even watch a YouTube video without it. So, the page won't hardly load because of all those giant ads there that's using up bandwidth. And then if you go to a video, it won't even play. And so, yeah, at least I can see there my stream is live. So, oh, I didn't mean to close that. So what I want to do is I want to download the latest version of Firefox. And I mean, I guess I'm not going to be able to continue this. It's getting worse. It's what I guess the longer you do it, and I've already rebooted all the routers and everything. The longer you do it, the more trouble it gives you. So I will have to let's see. I smell somebody getting something to eat now. I'm hungry. I was thinking I'll go to Synaptic and see, now there's Apper. Completely forgot. See, here's Apper. Let's open it up and I'll show what it looks like. This is it looks quite a bit different than it used to look. But you see, you can't make. Let's see. Can you maximize it at all? I don't think you can. See, it won't even allow you to maximize it. I can't stand apps that do that. I want to be able to see. You know, when you open things up, it won't even let you do that. Oh man. So anyway, let's say I'm not sure how it will do. There's maybe one or two things that might be good, like settings. I didn't see any way to turn on automatic updates. Automatically update all updates. Yeah. Okay, so I'm going to do that. Hopefully it'll work. I don't know if it'll work or not. And Fedora, you have to go in and edit a file or two to get it to work. You may have to in here too. That's all I want. Hit apply there. Okay, now let's go back. What was that? Software origins. Oh, okay. I won't mess with that in here. I'll let Synaptic handle that. I know that when I used to run Synaptic on Fedora, when it used to work, they would really conflict with each other. But I might be able to just see. Okay, Firefox ESR is installed. And then, yeah, the regular version of Firefox might be, see, this is harder to read, and I'm not going to do it from here, but I just wanted to see what it looked like, or show what it looked like. So let's go to Synaptic. But that was a good, something I'm glad I was able to do by chance there. I want to get my updates. I like all my systems to update automatically. But once in a while you might have if you use, once in a while you might have a problem, you know, it breaks something on updates. Really the only problem I ever had is when I used to run proprietary graphics card drivers. And when you update the kernel, when you get a kernel update, it won't update those automatically, and then it might break your GUI and you get a black screen and you got to fix it. That's a pain. But there's two packages that you can install. It depends on your system. ACMods and ACMods and KMods, AKMods and KMods. A lot of times you can just install them both, and the one that pertains to your kernel, and then it will make sure your all that other stuff gets updated along with your kernel updates, so that you don't break things. And actually, that has worked since Fedora 14 or before, pretty darn well. But they kind of got it worked out now to where, well, I haven't installed any proprietary video drivers since Fedora 14. So I actually installed it on my main Fedora 14 system, and then it didn't ever work right. And I did a force install because it didn't want to install, and then I never could uninstall it. So it's got like this broken proprietary driver in there, and it gave me a lot of trouble for a while. But then I figured out the right ACMods and KMods to install, and then I didn't have any more problems with my kernels breaking things, my kernel updates. So okay, let's go to Firefox. And I don't believe I'll be able to install a different version from in here. I don't think they're going to offer it. It's all this Firefox 10. See, different languages and all that. That's what that at the end, FR would be French. And then French, I don't know what FR to NL would be. Well, there you go. Frisian. See, that's French and that's Frisian. Oh, Netherlands. Okay. So it tells you. But I don't, it's not what I'm looking for. So what I'm going to do is go BleachBit. That's that app that cleans up, will clean up your, it'll clean up all your cache and all the things left behind in all your apps. That's a really good app. I don't have it on my Fedora system. BleachBit. I could not remember I got to do this. I could not remember the name of that to save my life. I don't think I spelled it right. I think I did. B-L-E-O-E-A. Yeah, there it is. I'm going to do it right this second. See, that's how, when things go well with your Yum or Yum, I'm using Yum Extender, but DNF, yeah, it's a little different. I like Yum Extender better. In Fedora 23, I use that. But yeah, I was wanting to try to clean up my other video. I was talking about showing how full this system is. I was going to try to clean up all the extraneous junk out of the, cache files and stuff. And there we go. I'm not going to do it right now. It takes a while, but I just want to make sure it was going to run. Take a while to open up. There it is. It's wanting me to set the settings. Where's the English? I saw it. Oh, slow down. Yeah, English, okay. Anyway, it's a pretty cool app, and you can select everything, all the different types of apps that you want to set. Chrome and Thunderbird and all these different things, and Flash Cache, all that junk. But I'm not going to go through that right now. But it's kind of like CC Cleaner, that for Windows. You probably might be accustomed to that, but browser plugin VLC, I like that. I definitely like that. Lets VLC work with you in your web browser. Now let's just install those right quick. I'm getting off from the sidetrack from what I want. Start installing a bunch of stuff. Yeah, notice it says 64-bit. It says AMD 64, but this is not an AMD. It's weird how they write that out. It will work on AMDs and Intels. This is an Intel processor. So anyway, I'm get out of here. Now I'm going to go back to my web browser, the Firefox that's installed, and I want to download the new one and set it up to run in portable mode like I was trying to do with TeamViewer, but it shouldn't be a problem with when you open and close things a lot. It's a pain to have two home pages, but when I used to, I opened up my Thunderbird and my Firefox and they stayed running all day until I shut down. But now I'm always having to reboot and everything because of this way my machine does. But anyway, I want to see if I can find, I don't think I have really any bookmarks in here. Oh, well, there's a folder for Firefox there. Let's see. Yeah, there we go. Oh, what about downloading it? What's customized Firefox? Make Firefox your own. Oh, okay. There we go. I was going to say, every time I get anywhere near Firefox webpage, it's saying download it, download it, download it. Oh, it just went ahead and did it. Okay, so, but that's going to be Firefox 54. the one that I'm going to scan it. That would be a prime target for viruses, so you definitely want to scan that before you install it. I guess we'll get another chance to see if we can. Well, actually, I'm not going to install it this time. Yeah, see, they give me a tar BZ2. They don't give you a deb to install from, which is what actually open link. Actually, why it will work. Save file. It takes just a little longer. It's a little bigger than some of these other files. Now, I'm going to go ahead and close this version. Close everything out. I'm going to get over here, and I'm going to put this on my home directory, and I'm going to, again, I can't remember. I'm going to make me a folder. It's easier to find it when you do it this way anyway. Where is it? Make dir. If they start with a capital letter, then I always see them better, and it looks neater to me. Now, Firefox 54. And if you do that, go up and down, sometimes it refreshes. That's okay. Unpack. Now, it'll probably be Firefox is what it'll end up being. But it still runs fine, so don't worry about it. It does get a little aggravating sometimes if you're going in and out of the directories a lot, but I think while that's unpacking, I'm going to go ahead and pop over here to this machine again. I think I just hit Thunderbird. I wanted to look at my live stream again. Pretty sure I hit Thunderbird instead of Firefox. Yep. Not what I wanted. I guess I will wait until it's finished before I close it. Let it do its download. Sometimes it'll kind of make it not work so great, you know, kind of right in the middle of when it's downloading mail, you know. Is it finished? I think it's finished. Okay, so what was I going to do? Oh, yeah, YouTube. Live stream, live dashboard. So they do call it dashboard. That's where I got that. It says it on the link. That's the link that they call it. Well, right there, live dashboard. Okay, so it is called the live dashboard. Okay, so here we are. We're live. We're all good. Okay, that's what I wanted to know. And if anybody had come by, they saw my little note and said, oh, okay, bye. Okay, so, but you never know. People might find this later and it might be helpful. Or they might get a kick out of watching me screw things up. Okay, so that's unpacked. Yeah, see, I could have just unpacked it and left it but I'm going to leave it just like it is. Okay, now, what do I need to do? Okay, let's go desktop, and then when first I just want to make sure it runs. Firefox bin, let's put it in alphabetical order. Trying to remember. Okay, yeah, I believe this is the one that runs it, just Firefox. Let's try run. If that works, then we'll make us a shortcut for the desktop on that one. It might be Firefox bin. No, I think that was it. Okay. And actually, I do want that one to be my default browser. So let's see if that will. That way, all your apps, when it tries to open up, it'll open up that version and not the older version. And it has a new tab there, and it's not. Won't even go to it right now. You just let it finish opening up. Oh yeah, and it's gonna see it's updating all my. Some of these. Oh, the one that I wanted to work. Remember, better privacy. Okay, see, it's gonna work now. So I can close that. It's updated. Let's see, what's this? That's just an empty new tab. Okay. Can leave that like that. Now let's go into our add-ons. It'll take a little while to update them, but yeah, better. AdBlock Plus is already updated. Okay. Now on the preferences, usually you always have to do this. Where are the preferences? preferences. Yeah, okay, that's on. Custom filters. Oh, there it is. Allow some non-intrusive. Now, I'm so used to not having that, I can't stand that either. When you search on Google, it will have these ads at the top of your search results, and a bunch of other pages will do that too. I tried to go ahead and not turn that off just to be nice, you know, but I just can't work that way. With you look at your search. You know, Google didn't used to do that years ago, and I've been using Google for so many years now. Ever since I've been using Google since they opened up, because I've started out with Alta Vista, and then I started using Yahoo, and then when Google came out, I started using Google, and then I used to use one called Dogpile that would search like 7 or 8 different. It's still out there too, but it was really good because all the different search engines would bring you different results back in those days, back in the olden days, and 98 to 2005, I guess. It would bring different results, so this Dogpile search engine would search them all and put it all together for you in a real nice, neat way. And I used to use that for years. But then after Google got to where it would find basically everything you could find with using them all, then I just started using Google. It's it's a little less to read through when you did a search. But yeah, copy all links. I'm just going to leave those as they are. They won't hurt anything. When the more add-ons you have, the harder it makes your browser work. So if you don't really need them, you probably should uninstall them. But okay, so now we should be good, and it's still logging in like it should and everything. It doesn't have my text is too small. I can see that. I was looking at it on the laptop over there. I couldn't even read it. I can't read that either, really. So, well, let's show that. Preferences. Where is it? Content, I believe. Looks like everything may have went back to, that's all right, but the content, advanced, yeah, minimum font size, I'm going to say 16. I think that's probably about it. And actually, I usually just change them all to the same thing so that it doesn't get itself confused. Okay, now that looks okay. It's kind of hard to tell in this. See, they're going to look bigger than they really are. Yeah, I think that'll be all right. They look bigger in this smaller resolution. But I'm glancing over to the laptop, and it looks like it'd be about right. I don't want it too big, but then they won't fit the screen anymore. So glance at the weather right quick. Really, I'm just kind of seeing how things are working. Well, let's see, that's not where I want it. I'll do that in a minute. It's cooled off some. I think it was 95 today or something. It's supposed to cool off tonight. That'll be nice. No clouds. What is it? 8:21. It's already. It looks like it's dark outside though. Next few days won't be near as hot. Good. I thought it was going to get really hot the rest of the week. Oh, that's the next few hours. Dummy. I was going to say, what? I don't want you to pop anything up at me. I should already have that location in there anyway. Okay, yeah. Yeah, 91.87. It's not as bad. I think it's been hotter than that this last week, so that'll be a little better maybe. Okay, now. Oh, I was going to show the, well, let's go to, I thought I was fixing to go to my live stream. Here, let's go over here. Things keep jumping around and not being where I want them to be. Oh, yeah. Right click, link handling, new symlink. Okay, but it doesn't put it over in the other window. Firefox newest version. So then you do that and then move it or copy. Let's just say copy it over to the desktop. Now you'll have it here on your desktop. You better show up. And let's take that one out of there because that's not the one I don't want. I don't want to run that one anymore. But see, what I need it on the desktop so that I can just drag it. Oops, drag it up there. Maybe it's, no, it is not on the desktop. Why aren't you over there yet? I don't know why you're not showing up. I hope there's not a problem with, yeah, I copied it to the desktop. There it is. You can see it, but I can't see it on my desktop. I don't know. Might be something to do with the way Debian does things, but I need that to be able to get to that. I like to put it up in my top bar. Well, here's what I can do. You can go and say add to panel, right click, add to panel, and say application launcher forward, and let's see, now it's not going to be in your list of apps because it's not even installed. It's running in standalone or portable mode. So should be a place to, let's go back. Oh, custom application launcher. Add. Okay, let me go over here and get that name. Copy. I think you're going to have to do that. Okay, the name, I'm going to do that. Okay, now here's, it's easier to go and browse to it. And go to Dawn. And if I can't see, there it is, Firefox, 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 there. And that's that shortcut I made, but I'm going to go straight to the file because this is a shortcut. Firefox newest version. Okay, now it doesn't have an icon yet. Gonna have to give it an icon. And let's see. I usually have to go, there's the icons folder. Okay, that's that. So what I'm gonna do is go to Mozilla. Actually, no, that's not where it's gonna be. It'd be, let's go look. It might be one in here. If there's not, I'll have to go to. I don't think there's going to be one in there. So you're going to have to go to, I'll go ahead and hit the, this is when you want to use that actual root directory. And then you want to go user, USR, share, icons, Firefox, how about Mozilla? It might be a different folder. I might be in the wrong place. Let's see. Firefox, ESR, there we go. Firefox, ESR, WebArt, no. Browser icons. Okay, that should be the one I want. Yeah, that's the one we want. But we'll copy it over there because it's much easier to point. I'm going to get out of there. Much easier to point to it that way than it is. Now let's go back to that. If that one doesn't show up on the desktop, I don't care. I don't really use it. It would be nice, but okay, now right there, click on that. Now see, it went to some icons, user share. So you probably could have got it from there, but if you have it in that folder with it, then you can find it easier because sometimes it goes away on you. So there we go. That's what we want now. Now we got a nice icon and everything. And when we click on that, it will open up the new version instead of the older version. Now, let's see, history. I don't think there'll be any history in here. Just that, but not, let's see, not my YouTube, my YouTube, go to my channel. I have to go through all those links. It won't be my live user there. I'm still alive. I see that. But I'm trying to get to my user dashboard thing. live streaming. They're trying to put stuff up there that does things. Distracting. I don't know what the point of that is. They had some weird letters up there last week, I think it was. Okay, we're live and nationwide. We're actually worldwide, and nobody's watching. Okay, so it's not. Oh, I see. I was trying to look for the button to see. It's not responding already. Trying to look for the button to pause it. Can you pause it by clicking in the middle of it? Well, I see that it's live, so let's close the browser before I get in trouble. There we go, it worked. Oh, there's a script giving me trouble. Stop script. That's what it was. Yeah, the machine's not real happy with all that extra work. Okay. It's got some different looking icons and stuff. It kind of throws me off. I'm going to close that just to... Okay, I guess that was... I don't know how I left that open, but close it just to... now let's open it up again. Try, give the machine a break. And my remote desktop suddenly is working great. Hasn't given me any more trouble for a while. Sometimes it works fantastic. Let's see. Yeah. Okay, so we'll just let it open up like normal. Now, close that. I won't go back to that other page. That just overwhelms. Oh, okay. Adblock Plus, yeah. So I'm going to do customize because I don't want it there. I want it up here. Where do I like to keep it? Right there would probably be all right. All right, now then, exit customize. Everything is kind of where I can get to it easily. Yeah. Okay, and it's I turn it off. If you don't turn it off on the Google homepage, then these links here, these buttons won't work. Once you go anywhere else, like if I search for my website, and it's really weird how that comes up because I use us.2 as my static IP address. It comes up like that. It's just terrible. I used to come up when you search for my domain name and I only get one hit there like that. I could just search for Don's songs and I would be the top 5 years ago. Now all these other people beat me out. But part of that, I guess, has got to do, I don't let it show where it's really going. I don't remember why I decided to do that. Now I have it masks, I believe it's called, and I think if you click on some of these links it will show it. That's not one of them. If you click on you can by the way, you can download them. I have 2 albums on here and you can download them for free if you want, if you like them. But let's say if I go to my main website, it still shows to be donsongs.com. Okay, let's do this. bishopco.com. Now it goes to bishopco.us.2. That's us.2. What's it called? Oh, I can't remember the name. Anyway, it's a free static IP address is what it is for your. So because see, I'm running my server. I'm looking at it. It's sitting right here. I'm running my own server. So but with your ISP, if you have a dynamic IP address that's subject to change, then you need a static IP address in order for your website to work. Or it'll change all the time on you and nobody will ever be able to get there. You still have to keep a watch on it because sometimes things don't work just right and it changes and it doesn't get updated in the DNS forwarding system there is what it's called, I think. So anyway, there we go. Now we have about Firefox 5400. Now there's one other thing I just remembered I want to do. Go into preferences. I want to make sure this may already be set because my syncing, was already set up. See, it's using the same profile. Well, I'll go look at that in a minute. Let's go to advanced. Update. Yeah, see, automatically install updates recommended and all so and so. Okay, now I don't guess I showed you what it is. Yeah, okay. So the better privacy is trying to find the flash cookies. So yeah, I want to fix that. I need to tell it where to go, and actually, it will search and find it if you just want to go to Home, Firefox. I know I'm just going to go right to that top directory because it will search inside of there. Okay, now you got to say search directory, I think, and then it should find it and set it for you. And it doesn't like say, okay, it's done or anything, it just stops. But that will delete those nasty cookies. I think everything else should already be set. Let's see, delete flash cookies on exit. It should be the way I set it in the, by the syncing. The syncing will take care of that. Some things you don't want to do, so pay attention to that if you get that better privacy add-on. Okay, now that should be good. Now, well, I better get me the cough drop. I guess it's getting on time for me to quit. Okay, now I'm going to open up the regular ESR Firefox that came with it. You see, the one that I'm using that just now doesn't show up in here because it's not installed. It's running in standalone or portable mode, or it's just running straight out of that folder. Now, the following add-ons are not compatible. The ones that I just got working again, those two, Better Privacy and AdBlock 10i. Well, I didn't remember that one didn't work. You can check, but this is an older version. It's unable to find any updates because it's an older version of Firefox. So, that's kind of a caveat to running Debian. It's always been like that, but I used to years ago, I didn't know this little trick of running. I discovered it on accident. Well, not on accident. I did some reading on their site. It's been so many years since I started doing this, I don't remember. I forgot what I was actually trying to get at, but the only actually on this Fedora system, I actually do jump back and forth once in a while because what I discovered actually just started happening in Fedora 23. I have Flash and Java, I think I did have Java installed on the installed version on Fedora 23, but it only works in the older version that came with the repos. It won't work in the standalone version. Now, it used to work in both versions. In my Fedora 14 system, it worked in both of them. But I actually like that I don't have Flash on all the time and just more drag on the system and more things you got to click on. Do you want this? Do you don't want that? So I imagine here in Debian, I'm not going to install Flash. I'm not going to install any more than I absolutely need. Well, if I do install Flash, hopefully it'll turn out like it did in Fedora. I think it might. 45.9, and it may it will get updated, but it will be at their rate that they decide to do it. And the problem is, there are things that will, like I said, my biggest problem right now, I don't know about watching videos. YouTube seems to work, like watching videos and stuff. That's fine. And if there's, and it's already got to the point that most videos are HTML5, and it's a Flash video. I probably don't even care, and I just skip it. I just don't try to watch it. Sometimes if I really want to watch it, then I will, but I'll use a browser with Flash in it or something. But so now I have two versions of Firefox, one a little older, and then the other one, and they're sharing the same. I'll go ahead and open this up. They're sharing the same profile, though. And that profile is at .mozilla. .mozilla Firefox. That one right there, 9U5SX. That's where everything is, all the add-ons. And that's why one of them will say this add-on is not compatible, and the other one says exit. This add-on, it's newly installed a minute ago, but next time it won't say it's newly installed. That was when I just first time ran it. It also shows your bookmarks and everything, so that's cool. So, but it took me a little getting used to it. But if you want to run the newest Firefox and your system won't let you like that. Oh, I forgot to show you about the okay, yeah, I showed you that, I set this version, this standalone version of Firefox to auto update. Now I forgot when I was in there a minute ago. Let's go ahead and open up the original version again. I'm going to have to, yep, we're doing so good. Okay, now if we open up the installed version, it definitely takes a little longer to open up. Well, actually, this other system, not a whole lot better, I don't think. I need a machine. I've been watching some videos. Let's don't get off on that. Anyway, I want a faster machine. Preferences, advanced, update. There is no option to update anything except for search engines, and it's that way in Debian. It's that way in my Fedora, the one that's installed on Fedora that I've been talking about, the one that's installed from the repos. You have to get your updates from the repos of that Linux distro. When I say the repos, that's what I'm talking about. That's like when you go into Synaptic or Yum or DNF. Those are the repositories. Everybody just calls them repos for short. When they put one in the repo for you to, it'll automatic. Well, if you have it set up for automatic updates, then it'll automatically install. But it can be few and far between. You can see how far behind. I updated this the first day I installed the system, a week or two ago or three, and I haven't seen any updates come either. And also, I haven't seen any updates come up. We're into Synaptic again. I think we will. Apper and Synaptic are in there now. But yeah, you can use Apper to install straight from dev files if you have one that'll work on your system. But see if you see anything about updates in here. I don't think there was anything about updates in here. Of course, I turned it on with Apper, and hopefully that'll just make it work, and I won't have to. Just because I did that doesn't mean it actually worked. As was the case with Fedora, I still had to go edit some config files. Well, let's just say mark all upgrades. See if anything gets marked. Do that again. I was getting status and try it. Yeah, there's nothing showing up needs to be updated. So, and I believe there's a big button for it too. Yeah, if there was, you could hit it, the apply button would be a green check, and you could click on it. So there's no updates. And I'll have to just wait and see over time if they happen automatically. It should come up with something up here telling me. But so, I did get those two things done. It's actually to the point now I think I could use it, for my main system if I need to. I could. Yeah, I believe it is. I still haven't put Skype on it. And the Wi-Fi drivers. That's going to take a while. I'm going to have to work in the command line. And I believe I'm going to need to quit pretty soon here. So I think I will look right now, since I thought of it again, see if Skype is available in the repos. I've been wanting to know that. Yeah, it gets to be a real pain having to type passwords over and over and over, but you know what's the biggest real pain? And that's when you get your system infected with malware and trojans and viruses, like happens all the time in Windows. Or even worse, if you got, you know, your file system encrypted and you can't even use your system. You lose all your files unless you have them backed up. Here's the thing, though: if you've got your backup drive plugged in all the time, it's very likely to encrypt it too, you know. But if you don't have it plugged in all the time, then you won't get your backups. So really, you know, I did that on that Fedora system that I had on here that I took off. I encrypted it, and that was a royal pain having to type in the encryption password and then the regular password. And you could set your system to auto log in, but I mean, why make extra security and then defeat it by doing that, you know? So I don't see Skype at all, even though, like, if I went here, Sky Tools, let's go to SIP switch. That is a GNU open source VoIP server, voice over IP. So that's basically what Skype does, is voice over IP, voice and video. This is just voice, I think, but it might do video. I've messed with this several times. I got it up and running and everything, no problem, but I just install it. That's a CGI. There's that main app, but these are just voice over IP. But you still need a oh, that's the peer-to-peer. No, that's the server. Yeah. Anyway, there's some. What's another one called? There's one that does it all, including serving up the, like, basically the users. You know, like, you have to have an ID, a user ID, for it to work, for you to talk to people. And there's one. What's it called? No, I can't think. Anyway, there's one that's basically, it's a Linux distro that will just automatically. It's really hard to do, to get it every bit of it working. This one here, if I remember right, you can get it and install it. It's kind of more like a client. And let's see. VoIP networks, existing IPPX, such as Asterisk. That's it, Asterisk, or FreeSwitch, or Yate. I've tried. Well, I don't know if I ever got Asterisk installed. I didn't really have anything to install it on, I think, but I remember trying Yate. You can just put that on your system, just like you can Sipwitch. Weirdest name. But anyway, you have to get an account, and most of them you have to pay for, but there was one or two that you could get a free account, but I don't remember. I never did use it. I don't know if I ever actually got it working. At the time, I didn't. It was a long time ago, years ago. I didn't really even have anybody to try to call on it anyway. And, you know, once in a while I have somebody to talk to on Skype, because, you know, that's the thing. Skype, everybody knows what it is and knows how to use it. But not everybody knows how to use this stuff here. So if you get this all set up with the asterisk and everything, you can call to a regular home phone with the asterisk. And that's what I would like to do. I'd like to set it up and use it that way. But you need a dedicated machine to do that. It uses a lot of resources, so you really don't want it on your desktop. I mean, you could set it up on there along with your desktop, but it's just going to use too much. Anyway, so no Skype in the repos, right? So if I even got Skype to run on this, I'd have to go. I do not know what's. Oh, Skype tools. Oh. Well, that's for, I don't know what it's for. I guess, yeah, sometimes you need to click on them and see if they're actually, there's one called, one in Fedora that will. Sometimes it's just that these are similar, like, see, from codec This is a codec and technology from incorporates technology from Skype for Skype tools. Some of this stuff may be what Skype's built on. Just, a lot of times Microsoft owns Skype now, but that doesn't mean they didn't use some open source tools to build the app. So kind of got out of place. I guess I'll have to manually. It might move itself in a little bit, but I'm going to move it so it won't bug me. Just have to do them all three. Sometimes, like after a reboot, they're not locked, I don't think. Okay, those two moved together, and I was surprised. I'm going to do Skype for Linux, see if I can get straight to the right page. Oh, my default search engine is wrong. Oops. Oh, it was all kinds of... Oh, there's not too many things that are in the wrong place. I just need to... I think that's what I need to do. No? There. Oh, I want to go and... Yeah, you have to click on that little deal and then change search engine settings. Okay, yeah, I don't want Yahoo to be my default. I don't want Twitter even being part of it. I don't know. I probably wouldn't use... I go to Amazon when I want to search Amazon. But yeah, that's fine like that. I'll leave it like that. But yeah, Skype for Linux, Google. Okay. Yeah, Skype.com. And see, you got when you're doing something like that. Sometimes you want to, you can miss a few letters in a name, and you might be going to the wrong place, a bad place. So I usually use the virus total scanner before I even go to the page, especially if I'm going to look for a download. Support Skype. So let's see. Okay, so it's all clean. See, 0 and 65. I don't ever pan down there, but see, it's using 65 different scanners to scan that page. Well, it keeps a database. It's, if it's already been scanned, it'll tell you. What in the world? Oh, okay. Well, let's see if we can scan that one. See, now that you might not even seen already analyzed, but it was in 2016. So yeah, I think I'll do it again. Okay. That is Skype.com, so it still looks like it's where I want to go, and it was clean. But the redirect may be just part of the way they built the page. But see, when you're going straight from Google search results, just because it looks good don't mean it is good. And just because it looks bad don't mean it is bad. Okay, choose bookmark menu. I haven't added any of my, I don't know what I'm going to do about that. I'm probably going to want, that's right. I may import a bunch of bookmarks from I may import one of my HTML backups or something from other system. Otherwise, I won't have any of my bookmarks and I'll feel crippled. Okay, computer. Okay, it sees that no, it doesn't. It's just giving you a list. Okay, Skype for Linux Deb. Let's see what happens. Okay, there we go. Scan with virus total. Do that. Somebody's analyzed it, but I don't think it was me. But anyway, I'm doing it again today. I just do it. I just got to where I just do it without even, because it's too much trouble to figure out what that really says right there for me. My eyes get, I do these things too long anyway, my eyes get blurry. But my eyes swap letters and numbers and all kinds of crazy things. So I try to be extra careful so as maybe not to miss something and really be sorry. All right, now we might get to find out one more time here. Let's see if Apper installer can install this. Skype for, yeah, that says 64. See, it realized I was, well, I don't know if it realized it, but anyway, I got a 64-bit. That's more like it. Additional packages. So see, it's looking for the dependencies. Yes, I do want the dependency. Now I got to give it the root password. That's why you want to scan it first, because you could be forcing this on your system. When you download them, it's always best to download, to install your packages from the repos, because when you go download it off the internet like that from somewhere, the bigger the site, the more bigger the target. So Skype's a big, Microsoft-owned company, big target. So that is the best way I know to kind of protect yourself, is to use that scanner that uses, like 64 different search, scanner engines to scan the file. And it's actually scanning the file before you scan the page before you go there, because the page could have drive-by viruses, and then scan the file before you download it and install it. I do, and you'll run into viruses all the time when you're downloading Windows apps. I've really only very few times run into malware inside of a Linux app, but that don't mean it's not there. I have run into it. Install complete, 100%. I thought it looked like it wasn't done. I wasn't really paying much attention, but it's done, 100%. I saw that 100%. Install complete, but I don't think it's completely done yet, because you don't want to hit cancel. I'm going to wait on it, because there we go. See, it wasn't ready yet, and if you hit cancel, you might have canceled it. Oh, and it went away all on its own. I didn't click that. I did not even click it. Okay, so usually you do have to click something to be completely finished. Now, I think before I go any further here, I'll close that. I see that cookie deleter worked like it should that time. And I'm just going to close that just to keep the machine from being overtaxed. And well, let's go. I was fixing to close my connection, open it back up, but maybe it'll be all right now. I think even just having the apps running seems to, maybe they're sending data across there. I don't know why. As far as I'm talking about my remote desktop, internet should be, there we go. Skype for Linux. I don't know. The one I installed in my Fedora 23 system would only work with voice. It wouldn't do video. Period. I never got it working. Okay, now I'm not going to do my sign in and all that right now. I don't want to put all my information in there, but that's what you would do. And you can put in your, I don't remember if you had to use your, I think you can still use your Skype username, or well, maybe if you don't have an old, if you didn't get one a long time ago, maybe you only have the email address, but, and then put in your password and all that. And then tell it not to open up with Linux. I think it'll try to open up when you start Linux, just like it does with Windows and all that stuff, unless you want it to, but I don't want this stuff. I hardly ever use it. I don't want anything starting up until I'm ready to use it. So, and it doesn't close down when you do that. You got to go, just like in Windows, quit Skype. So, but I don't know what it's going to do, but I really need to quit anyway. I'll find out next time I get on this machine. It still doesn't go away down there yet. There, I think that was just a VNC not working right. So anyway, I believe I'm ready to quit on this machine for today. But I got plenty done. That's cool. The Wi-Fi driver is really something I do want done. But I wanted to do a video, so I wanted to show it because it's a bit tricky. You have to do it all, and you have to copy and paste stuff from the website. I mean, they do tell you exactly how to do it, or you can type if you're a good typer. But yeah, there's still not very many apps on here. I haven't put anything else on here but these ones I did today, and whatever I might have done the other day. But get to work and do my basic functions, and then I'm going to do upgrade my Lenovo with Fedora. So let's shut this thing down. There we go. And before I take off, I always like to see one more time. Well, I like to see if there's anybody that typed to me, because once you go, you can't try to chat with me. You can't. It's gone. You can't ever answer it. So, of course, if they're not there, they're not going to. I guess if they're not there, they're never going to see it. I don't know. It's weird because, like, if you how that works. If you you know, well, like on YouTube, if you leave a regular YouTube, not live, but regular YouTube videos, you know, if you leave a comment and they come back and, you know, a day or two later and answer you, then it started coming up in here on the right side. You know, you get a little number saying you got something. You click on it and there's their comment. And so I did 2 hours. I did 2 hours and 11 minutes earlier, and this is an hour and 50 minutes. I'm crazy today. I haven't done any videos in a week or 2 weeks or something, and then today I go too long, wear my throat out. So anyway, here we go. I mean, there we go. That's it. And gonna have to go. Have to have a break again. And this time I'm not coming back though. That'll be plenty for today. All right, this is Don, and that's enough of that debate 8 for today. Let's come back later with something else. All right, bye.